What's good, y'all? Welcome to The Lighter Side of Life, episode 2. Today, we're going to talk about 4 rules to protecting your peace because it's very important to protect your peace, especially when you spend a lot of time attaining said peace. You want to keep it. So, I'm going to give you 4 quick rules to do that. Or we just, getting the vibes right, of course. Right? We got the tea today. I got a ginger tea. It's crazy because every time I pick a mug or a tea or something like that, it always reflects the video that I'm going to do. Today's cup was more self-love because that's one aspect of protecting your peace. It's like pouring into you and doing things that are pleasing to you, choosing happiness, things like that. But on the little tea note, it says life is best lived by focusing on your goals and dancing through all other distractions, which brings me to the number 1 rule for protecting your peace, which is defining your distractions. So distractions can mean different things for different people. It could be people that are distractions. It could be activities. It could be your environment. It could be, it's numerous things that it could be. So once your distractions are defined, it's easier to just kind of be more aligned with like yourself and what you'll tolerate and what you won't. And so in order for your distractions to be defined, you have to have some type of like boundaries and things that you will tolerate and what you won't, but that's a whole nother video. So defining your distractions is just really like taking inventory of things that, like I said before, throw you off track or people throw you off track. It's also about if you see things that are becoming a distraction or you're feeling that they're getting in the way of your thought process or your state of mind or your being or things like that, then you need to figure out a way to eliminate that type of distraction immediately, especially if it's a person. You know, sometimes we feel like cutting people off or like falling back from people could be a wrong thing, but it's always about protecting your peace. It's not selfish to protect your peace. It's mandatory, right? Because you're you, no one else is you, no one else is in your world or anything like that. So as long as you make sure behind, you know what I'm saying, your picket fence, your boundaries, you're good within yourself and you're protecting your mental, your state of mind, the way you move, you're protecting yourself and your energy, your vibes, everything like that, then distractions can't come in the way of that. And so defining your distractions really just kind of like sets the tone for standing firm in your boundaries and just not allowing basically people to, not even just people, but things to just throw you off course of your purpose or your passions or things like that, because distractions, as we all know, can be setbacks. Although I really don't believe too much in setbacks because we're all in our own timing. We all move how we want to move, but you can easily get distracted, and it's just good to just define what they are. So that's rule number. Rule number 2 to protecting your peace is to keep the circle small, right? And so when I say keep your circle small, like, let me break down kind of how I operate. So I have like an outer circle. That's just like showing godly love to everybody. Like, oh, showing love, supportive, things like that, happy-go-lucky. Then I have an inner circle. Those are people who I truly like, love, are there for, everything like that. And then I have an intimate circle, right? And that's like right here. There's nobody filling that spot right now. But the intimate circle is like who I'm in love with or like, in a connection with, or just however you want to put it. It's very important that you do a friend inventory, right? Because people will see you doing well, for yourself, and see you happy and will try to bring you down, because I know the saying, misery loves company, or one bad apple spoils the bunch, however you want to put it. So it's very important that you take inventory of the people that are around you. Are they feeding into you? Are they fueling you? Are they positive around you? Are they supportive? Things like that. Because if the people that are in your life are not adding some type of value to your life, then what are we doing? Because it's not, again, this like protecting your peace is just such a thin line of people like to kind of compare it to just being selfish, or the traits kind of seem selfish, as I stated before. But when you take inventory of the people around you, it really should be give and take. It really should be like, okay, like I said, how are you pouring into me? How are you adding value to my life like I'm adding to your life? It has to be some type of reciprocity, which is like equal give and take when it comes to the people in your circle. So rule number 2 to protecting your peace is watch the company that you keep. Make sure the people around you are solid. Make sure that the people around you have good intentions. Again, make sure they're supportive. Make sure they're there for you just as much as you're there for them, because if not, those people will begin to pry at your peace, right? They'll begin to chip away. And as much as you try to keep your composure, as much as you try to keep it cool, it's still going to affect you. It's just going to chip at it, right? So to even avoid all of that, if you notice that people are not good for you, don't hesitate to cut them off. Not to be rude, not to be mean, but it's about protecting your peace. It's about having like-minded people around you. It's about having people around you that will help you succeed, help you see the potential in yourself, help guide you. This is what it is. This is just what it is. Like, we're put on earth to, interact with people, to connect with people, to be there with people, to uplift people, things like that, right? And there are also people that are put here in life, or people who end up becoming people that are enemies or haters, or want the best, don't want the best for you, or jealous of you and things like that, right? If you see any indication of those type of traits that I just mentioned, cut them off. It may be hard, it may be difficult, it may be a sticky subject to talk about, but it's worth it because it's protecting your peace, right? And if you're at peace, then you're able to do what you need to do in the world. You're able to connect, you're able to do your thing in a peaceful manner. The third rule to protecting your peace is to keep your power, right? So when I say keep your power, people will know you or get to know you or feel like, starting stuff with you or picking at you or getting you upset. It's like a thrill to them, or it keeps things exciting, or it makes it like just, drama, and people feed off of drama and things like that, right? However, when you keep your power to yourself and you don't let other people take it from you, you're really in control of your emotions. And that's a big thing of protecting your peace. Because again, people will try to come and pry, or they'll try to do things or say things to get you upset, to get you to step out of your character. And if you worked really hard to attain your peace, you don't want people to try to come test it again, which is why, I mentioned in rule number 2, you take inventory of the people who are around you. And number 3, you don't let people take your power. You don't let people influence your emotions, your feelings, or your characteristics about yourself. You hold on to that, you and God. You hold on to who you are. You know who you are. You know the power that you have. And when I say power, it's just confidence, it's talent, it's different characteristics, it's integrity, it's all these things. Whatever it is that you label yourself as, whatever you feel you are, or how you moving, again, characteristics and traits of you, you keep that, and you don't let people come in and try to tell you otherwise, or knock you off your feet, or try to say things to make your day go this way. That's again like a distraction. So all these things are kind of like falling in line when it comes to protecting your peace. But this one is very important because you have to keep your power. You can't let others affect you, affect your decisions in life, affect your moves, affect who you talk to, affect who you date, affect who you marry, affect where you move. You can't do any of that. Right? People's opinions, yes, you can get them. You can talk to people who you trust in your inner circle, people who have the best intentions for you. You can talk to them. You can get support. You can do things like that. But don't let people take your power. Don't let people take your light. You know what I'm saying? We all have light inside of us, and it's just kind of like what makes us shine, of course. Don't let people steal that. Don't let people come around and take your joy. Don't give them the benefit to do that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is trying to egg you on or push your buttons, walk away from it, or ignore it, or hit them with the okay. Just keep it cool, right? Protect your peace by keeping your power within yourself. That was some really good tea. Ginger tea is so good. And it's good for you. It's just ginger. Trust creates peace. Ain't that real? And that's what we're talking about today. I tell you, I just rip these open and just put them in there, and they always just align. I like that for me. That's so dope for this. The fourth rule to protect your peace is to make your happiness a priority. You really have to get up and just choose happiness. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, you hear this a lot, like, oh, choose happiness, all these quotes. It really is, that's what you have to do. You have to wake up in the morning and you have to make the choice to be like, I'm going to be this mood today. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm not going to let anybody steal my power or bring me down. I'm going to choose happiness. And when you begin to do that, like consistently, because it takes a lot, it takes time. When you begin to just wake up, choose yourself, choose happiness every day, you'll notice like a sense of peace and just calmness around you, in you, everything like that in your environment. It spills over into everything. So when you choose happiness, it's not just like, oh, I'm walking around all jolly, la la la. I mean, it is, but it's not like in a commercial sense like that. It's more so like being happy and being grateful with what you have, where you're at, where you're going, the things you're telling yourself, the thoughts that you have about yourself, how you treating yourself, things like that are all a part of choosing happiness. And when you wake up and you choose happiness, you're choosing to be your best self. And that's all that we want. We want to be our best self. And we also want to attain to be our highest self. That's a totally different video. But being your best self is just showing up for you the best way that you can, having grace for yourself, having compassion for yourself, and choosing happiness. Like, the lighter side of life is real. That's why I named this, this whatever show, podcast, the lighter side of life, because it can really be attained. And it starts with like mindset and peace and protecting your peace, right? So that's why this was the second video, because I'm trying to like give you different aspects of things that I've been through, especially since I've been like in solitude and just like by myself, celibate, things like that. Or I guess that sums it up for the 4 rules to protecting your peace, which are keeping your circle small, doing inventory of your connections and friends, defining your distractions, what's keeping you occupied, what's not, what's a distraction, what isn't, keeping your power, not letting people steal your emotions or your joy, and making happiness a priority. So those are the 4 things. Y'all know I like to end it with something. This is the kind of like the vibe I've been going with. I did it with the first video. I'm gonna do it with this one. This little box of emotions, because that's what, this is all about. It's just recognizing emotions, controlling emotions, emotions, right? So let's just see what the vibes are, the emotions are. And again, I'm just gonna pick some. They're so pretty. Look at these. They're so pretty. I think I'm gonna go with this pink one right here for a message for today. And I usually like to do one more. Oh, this one is a vibe. That one right there. So again, these are just words that, have definitions on them. So fago and rage are the words. Peace. I feel like these are major things that get in the way of peace. When you're angry, you lose your sense of peace. If you have a temper, if you, rage, things like that. And that's also part of people, that are around you, or people like I talked about before that can make you feel that way, that throw you off your kilter, So I feel like the more that you begin to move in peace, and the more that you show love to others and you have love for others, which is what this fago word means, the more it's like reciprocated. The more you move more balanced, because what you're putting out there is what you're receiving back. It's just how it is. It's the law of attraction. It's equal give and take, reciprocity, however you want to put it. The more you spread love, the more you show up, the more you choose happiness, the more that stuff spills over back into you. So if you struggle with like temper or, attitudes or things like that, I feel like that should be the first thing to kind of take an inventory of. And maybe that is a distraction, or like not a distraction, but maybe that is something to work on or to begin to tap into, is your emotions, and choosing the best ones for you, right? That's just the kind of message that I got from that. And you can choose your emotions. People be waking up and being like, oh, I can just tell today's going to be a bad day. Oh, I'm going to have such a long day today because I'm tired. Yeah, you will, because that's the mindset that you're already putting out there. But if you wake up and you be like, I ain't really feeling too great today, I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to still have a cool little day. I'm going to still push through. It's all about what you say to yourself. It's all about the words that you tell yourself and you believe them, all right? That's how you attain peace. because you're only you. So it's what you say, how you act with you, everything like that, right? So hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, share with all your homies, you know. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.